Hold on, I'll get over there as soon as I can. I had to talk over this intro because the algorithms of YouTube might recognize, even though it's a mix, they might recognize the tune. Yeah, I think we're good. The music playing in the background, that's, I think he's called something about tornadoes. Let me just look. But the mix is called Vanagan. Oh, freak. The artist, the Prime Tornadoes, and the mix is called Vanagan Run. And if you don't know of Vanagan, I'll just get the note. If you don't know Vanagan, that's a stretch of road in Japan. Yeah, it's a stretch of road in Japan. Yeah, I move a lot. I know. I'm sorry about the shaking when I'm sitting down. I'll try to remember to show you how the camera is actually positioned right now. It's wacko. But I wanted to show you like what I find and make good use of, because I'm poor as fuck, to say the least. But I like good looking stuff. So whenever I walk in the city, I'm always scouting for whatever people throw out. And recently I found these and thought, yeah, when I walk, like going to IKEA, I look for parts, not parts that are intended to be furnitures, but parts I can use for something else. And recently I found these. It's opal in Danish. It's semi-translucent, I believe the word is. Milky white glass. So light penetrates. You can't really see that. Yeah, maybe the light is from behind right now, so it's shining through, and you can see it's opaque. Maybe if I put my hand, yeah. See that? But these are shelves, or they were made as shelves. Pretty cool shelves actually, I think, because inside of them they have like so you can there's meant to be a fluorescent tube in here, like, you know, lysstofrør in Danish, if you're not familiar with the fluorescent tube expression. But they are, yeah, fluorescent tubes were like, a few years ago, were the way you had affordable lighting compared to a regular bulbs, and compared to halogen bulbs, if you just wanted something to be lit up. They were also used like in, yeah, almost everywhere, every warehouse, everywhere. Also as an outdoor lighting. But I'm going to this will be once again a boring video, because I'm going to disassemble this, because I don't need this is called a ballast in English, I know that. For kicking the fluorescent tubes, they use high voltage and they need a big kick to like start. They like produce a spark going from one electrode in the other end to the other one. And then the gas inside, they were also in Denmark, we used to call them neonrør before we called them lysstofrør. And in English, we call them neon tubes, but it's not actual neon gas, because neon gas, that's orange when lit up, or like when like the particles are excited, it gives off orange light. Yeah, my daughter will actually just, yeah, I know, Dad. But I'm just going to like get this out the most easy way possible, because I'm not using a fluorescent tube in this. I actually want to put an LED strip inside this, and I'm not going to use it as a shelf. I got 2 of them. That's why I say shelves. I'm actually thinking these will be really cool. You know, like on ferries and such, you have these lit up exit signs, or signs that are just hanging from the ceiling in wires saying something. And these are double-sided. There's another piece of glass I also got that's in my hallway or entrance that goes underneath, so it's double-sided, so you can put something on each side and have a light shine down, and that will light up both sides of it. And I'm just replacing the LED or the fluorescent tube with LED strips. Pretty easy and pretty cheap. And I'm just making, I think I'll make hilarious signs. Yeah. When I get to it, my entrance, which is pretty big, I'll make that into an old-fashioned arcade. Yeah, you know, or maybe you don't. Before there were computers, we had video arcades, and then they made like the first home commercially available machines you could play games on. I figured out how to pull this apart, but they made those. I think it was Nintendo here in Europe that was the first on the market, and I don't really recall it. Or was it? Oh, it might have been Atari actually. But the machine were like, the frame of the machine were like made of, or there were that just veneer put on. But anyway, it looked like they were made of wood. Can you believe that? Like a gaming console that looked like it was made of wood. Yep, that's the shelf mount for the wall. Just got pulled off. It's kind of hard, like, to figure out how to do that, but I managed, of course. Oh, I don't have my snippers here. Well, screw that. I'll figure out how to dismount these for the fluorescent tube in another way. What is that? That's a Phillips head screw, but that'll get me nowhere. How the hell did they mount it? And where was I? Do you know that? The feeling that you were saying something that was not that important, but you like totally lost track of it. And then when you think of it, like trying to remember it, it's like totally gone. Yeah, remember, video arcade, and I just remembered because I didn't want to think about what I was forgetting. Video arcades was a thing, and we were talking. I was babbling on about gaming consoles, as we used to call them now. But way back then, I'm pretty sure it was the Atari actually, made to look like it was made of wood, that could play simple games, really simple games. When you hooked it up to a TV, you had controllers, joysticks, and you could play games like Pong, black and white, even Yeah, and we had black and white television back then. It was not common to have like color TV. Can you imagine that? If you're young now and you're used to smartphones and you're used to like, yeah, computers with monitors and laptops. Can you imagine a time where the television was, you can only get black and white TVs? To you it must sound insane, I know, but that's all in my lifetime. Oh man, can't find the right way. I know whenever I take something apart, I'd like to like check out how it was assembled, because that's how, because if you know how it was assembled, you can easily take it apart without damaging it. And this was quite cleverly done. My screwdriver isn't up for the job. It was done with a machine, that's for sure. Maybe I can just manage to do it anyway. Come on. A lot of pressure. It might lose. Yeah, got it, I think. So if I can just loosen this a bit more, it should be able to slide. Come on, slide out then. Damn it. Nope, not going. Oh, it's also bent. That's why. But I'll get it apart. No problem. Not a problem. But back then, as I was babbling on, I wouldn't say it was a simple time, because TV was an amazing thing. Even here in Denmark, where we back then only had one channel. I know. If you were in I don't know how it was in UK, but in the US of A, you had all these UHF band stations. UHF band is the band that is traveling the least distance from the antenna to the receiver in the TV. So they were like local stations transmitting on the UHF band. But you had several of them. You only had one channel, and it was freaking amazing to be able to watch TV. And when these gaming console, video games for television, I believe they were presented as, we could play games. Yeah, like you do on a computer. But on our televisions. Pretty amazing. Amazing stuff. Yeah. Weird thinking about that. To me it doesn't feel as it was that long ago, but to you it was before you were born, and must be like, what is he talking about? Oh, I have to figure out another way. I might even have to like split the frame to get it out, because I need to unmount it to have the LED strip positioned where I want it to. Well, how is it put? How the hell is it assembled? I need to have this part removed, or this part, so I can get to the screws in here. And the screw for that is behind what I need to move. Can I get to, of course, like pry this a bit away? It has this, the thing that goes into this groove that holds on the side, or this part, has two screws. One of them is accessible and the other is not. Dang it. I thought this would be like, this is how just disassemble stuff the easy way. And I thought I had it, but I can't really figure out what to do, and it's kind of annoying. Can I just, no, it's too stiff to like just open it a bit without. Well. Metal gets soft and will break if you bend it back and forth. Oop. Broken metal. And if I use the end of this, I won't cut my fingers. And now, the little screw down here that I couldn't access before, this access there. Not meant for this screwdriver, that's for sure. It's the right size head, but I freaking can't get to it because my screwdriver is too long. So if I can grab hold of the head, grab hold of it and like force it just a bit, that will lose it enough for the screwdriver to like keep on driving it. Is that the word? Drive it out of there. Oh, it worked. Nice. Yeah, we're good. Or I'm good. But if you're still watching this video, thank you. You actually want to learn. Or you just enjoy me doing odd stuff. Anyway, I'm not sure that you're going to like. I'm just disassembling this today because I had two chairs on my patio, and this was obstructing one of them. And when the sun is past, when it gets to the afternoon, the sun has moved, so it would be better to sit and be hit by the sun rays in the other chair. And this was obstructing that chair. Okay, now it moves freely, but it's not coming out. But it slides back and forth. Ah! If I slide that, I wait. I can now access these two, the last screw at the very end here. Whereas I told you there was two screws, and one of them was inaccessible before I moved this part. Now I can access both of them, and they loosen easily. Nice. So I actually might be pretty close now. What's this? What the hell is that called in English? I'm pretty sure I know. Yeah. But you know, when you connect a lamp or such, I believe it's pretty common that you use these connectors. I'll show you in a bit. I just had to unscrew this one, this little screw. But for the ground wire, and if you don't know what the ground is, that's always internationally, except from some companies in Germany, they freaking decided to use another standard. Oh, sorry about the loud noise. Yep, I got it ripped out. But you know, they have these small connectors where you put in two wires in each end, and you have two little screws, and you just screw it down on the wire and connect it. Okay, this. I didn't think of this, but okay. Oh, there's one of these. What the hell are those in English? Can't remember right now. But anyway, there was another part obstructing slide. Dang it! And that won't will that come, this part come out. There's another part in this end that wasn't in the other end. Maybe if I bend it a little without bending the frame, it's yes. If we bend a little bit more, I can get it out. Yes, sir. There you go. Can this slide now? It should. I think it should. It should. Why isn't it just okay? Normal screwdriver or flathead screwdriver won't do in a Phillips head screw. Just unscrew this. And it's a long. I don't know why they used these long machine screws. It's totally crazy. Because they actually didn't. I don't think they even connected down there to lock this in place. Well, anyway. That slide. Yeah, it's just kind of. Yes, with a little forcing, it was kind of stuck over there. Oh. One of the screws holding the top part of the frame is missing over here. Maybe. Yeah, it's not needed as such. Okay, now that's loosened. Oh, those fell out too. There's only one there, down there. They must be inside the frame or I've emptied them out on my floor. And luckily, I recently vacuumed my floor. Vacuum cleaned it with a vacuum cleaner, of course. So I'll easily be able, or more or less easily be able to find it. This should not be that. Yeah. Then again, it could be just. It's not press fitted. It's slid into grooves. A piece of metal slid into an aluminium groove, and that can make it stick or like be stuck. Well, and I don't have a hammer in here, and this might get noisy. Sorry. Be aware, do not stab yourself when you do this. Okay, I'm not gonna freaking ruin my tools. So let's just stop the video. It's probably been, oh, maybe, hopefully it's not upside down when I like put it on YouTube eventually, because I had to angle my camera differently. There was a thing I was supposed, or I should remember to do. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the start of the video. What the hell was that? Yes, I was supposed to show you where my camera was actually positioned now to get me in the field of view of the camera, and also the table, because I don't have a shelf over there, so I had to figure out a way to like get it slightly above so you could see down here and still have myself in the frame. And if I tap this, you can probably see the camera. If I do it like this, you can see the camera shaking. So it's clearly somehow, some way it's connected to my table. Let me show you. And I'll finish up here when you're not looking, because the rest will be even more boring. I hope you enjoyed the music, actually. And I'll just show you his name and put it in the video also. But the camera was here, looking at me over there, and I'll just swing it around. Old PC cabinet that I'm going to like connect, because I'm pretty sure there wasn't that important stuff on it. Just check what were on the disk drives, and if there's nothing of use to me that I should save, dismount the disk drives. Then I'm gonna pull the neodymium magnets out of them, because neodymium magnets in old disk drives are incredibly powerful and can be used for all sorts of good stuff. So of course you need to like resource the hard drives from these old PCs if you want to have powerful magnets for something. Maybe I'll do a video on how to do that. Who knows? But you've been listening to, and this is my very, very old and only computer. You've been listening to, hopefully you can get this if I'm above, the Prime Thanatos, I believe it says, and Vanagan Run, best of synthwave and retro electro music mix. And this guy, he does really awesome mixes. I love him. Yeah, but that's it. Bye for now. Even if you made it to this part of the video, I'm sure you kind of enjoyed it. So I kindly ask you, did you see that? They're lit up, and there's a glowing ring, and the one in the middle says fuck, and this one at this finger says Jesus all around. So you might, if you try to read it, it's green glowing fuck Jesus. Or I don't know, I lost it again. Well, bye. Oh yeah, that was it. Please do share it. I believe everyone has at least one friend that might like videos like this, or the ones I'm gonna put a link up here. You know, the 10-minute videos that starts with quotation mark pure and a colon, that people will enjoy when they're in a lockdown. Yeah. Bye. And I love you, daughter. Don't ever forget that. And please don't do it again.